Hello everybody, back again with more stuff, and today I'm going to be driving to Cammy's. Here's the problem, okay? Here's the problem. There's a spider in my car, and I am an arachnophobe. That's the problem, is that I'm an arachnophobe, right? So, there's a spider, he's just out of reach. I have a thing to catch him with. And I cannot for the life of me get him out. He's like just out of reach. And I've been in my car for like 45 minutes. Because every time I try to catch the spider, he runs away. And every time I'm about to drive off, he comes out. But at this point, it's been so many failed moments that I'm gonna have to just go. Let's see how long the drive says it's going to be. Awesome, just over an hour. Everybody, welcome back. Today we're doing the arachnophobe drive for over an hour in the car with a spider that's just out of sight but that you know where he is challenge. Today we're going to be driving even though there's a spider in the car and I'm scared of them. And the thing about this spider is he's really fast. Steve came and saw the spider and was like, oh, I think he is one of the jumping ones. You can't say that to me. 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 He's not one of the jumping ones. What? What are you saying? You can't say that. Don't you know? Don't you know that if he jumps, it'll be the end of me? Don't you know that? Oh, there's a fly in the car and he's gonna freaking make me think he's... Go, fly, go away, go away. I will think you're spider. I actually got him out. Okay. Now I gotta turn right on this here road. Whee! Okay, Penguins. So, since I've spoken with you last, I recorded a lot of Batpeg episodes. I know I was talking about how Batpeg is gonna end sometime. I do have at least one more year of Batpeg as of the day that I'm recording this. And granted, that is many. Actually, there probably isn't a year of Batpeg backlogged right now from the day that this PEGCAST will air. Because there are a lot of PEGCasts. I don't know if you Penguins know this. I've recorded many PEGCasts. This one is like... You're going to be surprised when this one comes out, basically, that it's still going. You know what I mean? Like, after I was like, oh, maybe there will be, like, no more PEGcasts soon. I don't know how much I'll be driving to Cammy's. Like, no, dude. It's freaking infinite PEGcast. It's freaking infinite. This is so many PEGcast. But we probably are coming closer to the end at this point. Anyways, I have so much to talk with you guys about. I've just been really enjoying the Batpeg videos. I've been really enjoying recording because, like, you know, I like single-player games, but I'm a very social person, so when I play single-player games, even if they're, like, some of my favorite games ever, I feel lonely. I get lonely, you guys. And, like, I wanna talk with people and hang out with people while I play these games. And so, you know, when I'm sorry. When I'm recording Batpeg episodes, it's basically like I'm hanging out with you guys while I play games, and that's kind of the best, so yeah. I know you guys know I'm an arachnophobe, too. If you watched the Link's Awakening series, there were some spiders in that game, and they didn't even look like spiders, really, but every time they moved quickly, I screamed. There were moments when I literally screamed. So now we're doing Arachnophobe Drives in the Car for 1 hour challenge. So, what do I have to talk about, you might ask? And I might ask the same thing. I'm not sure. Oh, okay. I took a quick glance at my notes, and the first thing there that's still, like, because I got rid of all the notes about, I have it in the reminders app, in a PEGCAST section. So I, like, when I've talked about them at the end of the PEGCAST, I click all the ones I've already talked about and they disappear. So now what I'm here to talk about is day 2 of the San Francisco trip. Woohoo, everybody, woohoo! So, if you'll remember, the first night we went to go eat at the boardwalk, right? It was like semi-fancy Italian. I didn't eat, and then I went back to the room and ate Kong Kong food court. But while we were at this place, we were talking about how the Biscoff Cafe was there. And that's freaking crazy cool that there's a Biscoff Cafe, right? So basically, we decided that the next morning we were going to get up, not early, but we were going to get up like in the morning, you know, like 9 maybe-ish, and go to the Biscoff Cafe. So this group was me. Wait, am I turning here? I can't tell. Well, I sure hope so. I think I'm turning here, but let me check my GPS when I'm stopped at this red light. Yep, I went the right way. Okay, good. I did know where I was going. So what am I saying right now? Yeah, so the group was me, Phi, Morgan, Emma, Amari. Is that it? I think that's it. So that's like a banger group. I love all those guys, you know? Big fan of all those people. And we all went to go to the Biscoff Cafe. Mika also was gonna go, but couldn't. So we, like, bought a drink for Mika. I got a merge. We bought a drink for Mika. And I was talking with Phi about, like, she had gone before, right? She'd been to a different one. And she was saying, like, oh, yeah, like, that's not what she said. Sorry, guys. I guess all the anxiety from the spider really took it out of me. When the spider came out last, I was, like, watching a YouTube video. Because, okay, I played, like, I looked up, like, is there a predator that I can play the sounds of to make the spider feel frightened? And then they were like, you can look up spider, make them go away sounds. And I was like, this is bogus. This isn't going to work. But it does work for certain animals. Like, we played fox noises when we had a rat problem. And the rats stopped biting through the one cabinet because they thought there were foxes on the other side of it. Is this guy trying to get in? What a buffoon. What a bozo. Turn on your blinker, at least, if you're trying to merge in after you're not allowed to merge in anymore. Goodness gracious. Okay. Well, I was playing the noises. I was shooting my air from the defroster, trying to get the spider out. I'm like, man, nothing's working. So then I just went and I watched, like, the last 1 minute of an AlphaRad video that I was almost done with. And then I look up, like, 30 seconds in or something, and the spider is there. And I can feel my heartbeat. And this is strange, because I don't feel particularly scared, because I'm not, like, interacting with this spider yet, you know? But my heart is pounding. So, I don't feel too much like it's stolen valor to say that I am arachnophobic. I'm terrified of those guys. In fact, there's some, like, dirt splotches on my windshield that look a little bit like a spider. So I'm turning on the wind cleaning juice so that I can wash it off. And maybe that will help alleviate some of the stress. So Phi was talking about how she had been before to the Biscoff Cafe, and she bought, like, this cookie butter, and then she had to give it up at TSA. And that's really sad. But I was like, Phi, you can just get that cookie butter at home. So, yep. every drink came with one little Biscoff cookie. And there was one person who didn't want theirs, so I got to eat it. I got to gobble it up. How delicious! How delicious! And that reminds me that, this time actually, I think I already said this. I bought 4 boxes of Biscoff cookie Oreos. They're like 11 cookies a pack and 9 packs per box, and I bought 4 boxes, which is like just an obscene amount of cookies. The reason I'm not going to do the math for that is because A, I'm driving. B, I'm not even sure if 9 packs, I'm not sure if 11 cookies per pack is the correct number. I do know that it's 9. I do know that it's 9, which puts me at 36, like, tubes of cookie. But I don't know how many cookies is in a tube. So, yeah, I don't know. But that's what I did with my, like, leftover meal plan money. But anyways, we got back from going and having our fun little morning outing, right? And we decide as a group that we're all going to play Mario Party together, because all we have to do that day is go to Discord headquarters, right? Because this is the Discord trip. That's how we got the funding, is we told them that we were going to use it for Discord, which is a gaming related thing, even though really we just wanted to go on a trip. So I gotta get over. So, we decided we're gonna play Mario Party that morning. And I'm not a part of the decision. Now, it's my Switch, right? I said that I would bring my Switch so that we could play Jackbox. But since we have my Switch, everybody's like, let's play Mario Party. And I was like, yay! Yay! You know? So I sat out and watched. Because here's the deal, I don't need to play. I just love the game Mario Party, and I love hanging out with friends. And that's really what Mario Party is about. Mario Party is about friendship. People say that Mario Party ruins relationships. Dude, these people need to A, get better friends, and B, play Dokapon Kingdom. Because, like, dude, Mario Party ruining friendships? Like, what kind of Mario Party are you playing? You know? Like, I've seen Dusty have literally the worst Mario Party game ever. She ended, like, turn 9 or something with goose eggs. 0 stars, 0 coins. Like, she finally got 1 star on the last turn, or very close to it at least, and then lost it immediately after in the same turn. Like, before it was even someone else's turn, she had already lost it. So, I mean, like, that's pretty insane, you know? And, like, she was sad about it. She was bummed, for sure. But it's not like our friendship was going to be tarnished. Like, we're all loving, you know? We all love one another, and we want each other to be happy. So we can laugh at Dusty's misfortune, okay? We can giggle at Dusty's misfortune. But at the end of the day, like, we're all just gonna be like, yeah, that really sucks. I'm sorry that happened to you. I can't believe it, you know? So, you know, I don't understand how people are losing friends over Mario Party. But, so we're playing Mario Party, and I'm eating my Kong Kong food court, okay? I've got pictures of it, or I have a video of it too. But I don't know that I'm gonna put that in here, because it's like a video of all the people in the gaming club. You know, or not all the people in the gaming club, but all the people on the trip that are in the gaming club. Because, like, I took a video of, it was, like, me, and then I turned around, and then in the back of the video, Emma's like, is this a video? And then I turned around and she's like, hey! It was really fun. It was really sweet. It was fun and cute. But yeah, I took my little video to show the freaking world that I'm eating my Kong Kong food court. I'm having the time of my freaking life. Oh, this guy looks like he wants to get over to the left, so I'm going to fill the slot that he is leaving vacant. Boom! A big victory on the road for Batpeg. Everybody, get excited! Woo! That's a big victory for Batpeg. Now I'm going to be able to get over into the... Now I'm going to be able to switch highways so easy. I'm going to be able to make my exit so easily because I filled in the slot that was left vacant by that car. Who is excited? So... Yeah, they played Mario Party. It was a pretty brutal game, to be honest. I think the board they were playing on is terrible. It's in the most recent one, Super Mario Party Jamboree. It's like the volcano island board, where like the water level rises and falls. It just reminds me of that. I mean, it's not that bad, I don't think, but it reminds me of that terrible Wario board, where like from Mario Party 1, I think it is, where you have to like go in cannons to switch from island to island, and otherwise you're just stuck. This board like really reminds me of that one. It's pretty terrible, but you know, it was like a fun game, and I had my Kong Kong, and I'm like, guys, you don't even understand right now. My bamboo is so yummy. My tofu is so yummy. I'm so happy. And they're all just like, okay, Mr. Weirdo. You know? But they like me. They think I'm funny. So, they're cool with it. And then, I guess... before we played Mario Party, we were like waiting, right? Actually, this wasn't that time. This was the next day. Okay, well, I'm gonna give you a little bit of a sneak peek at day 3. But day 3, at some point we were gonna play Switch games, and Elliot and I played Mario Tennis. And I think Elliot really thought he was going to destroy me because he plays normal tennis. And he picked Boo. And he was like, do you know about Boo? And I was like, I don't think so. But I think that Elliot just meant that Boo's serve, like, curves really far. Which is, like, not a big deal. It's, like, not a big deal. As someone that played a good bit of Mario Tennis. What's it called? Mario Tennis Aces? Yeah, it's called Aces, because the Wii U bad one is Ultra Smash. Mario Tennis Aces is the one with, like, it has, like, a meter, and you do, like, crazy moves and stuff. I picked Bowser Jr. because Bowser Jr.'s got, like, a really wide wingspan. Because he sits in the clown car, and the clown car has long arms. So I was like, okay, if he's gonna pick Boo, then I'll just pick Bowser Jr., and I'll, like, make sure I can always reach the ball. Because I always played Bowser Jr., like, when I played the game a lot more, too, you know? And so, yeah, I either played Peach or Bowser Jr. Those are like my two characters. I played Peach because I really like Peach, and I played Bowser Jr. because I thought that it was like fun to be in the clown car, and I liked having a huge wingspan that people just couldn't get past. Like, being a complete defensive wall was pretty fun. So, I destroy him at Mario Tennis. Destroyed. And that's the end of the story. That's your sneak peek of day 3. Something else I forgot to tell you is that, so while we're driving down, we got a phone call. And they were like, hey, can any of you, like, put the deposit for this hotel room down on your credit card? Like, I'm not 100% sure, but we might need you to do it. And I was like, okay, yeah, I can. I didn't end up having to do it. But the point is, this is, like, extremely stressful for Amari, who, like, it's just not going well. You know, it's not going smoothly, the like, organization of the whole trip. And Amari is, like, the president, and Amari is also just the type of person... Wow, that guy is driving a motorcycle. They look like they're being really careful about it, though. They're looking around and stuff. So, what am I saying? Oh, Amari's just really stressed out. Amari's the type to, like, take everything on himself and, like, not let anyone help and just, like, deal with all that pressure and be really stressed out about it, but, like, get through it. And so he's, like, really, really freaked out when this, like, whole kind of thing isn't working. He doesn't have the card to put the deposit down. Like, things aren't working as well as they were supposed to. So poor Amari, already stressed out. Then they go into their room, right? We're supposed to have 2 rooms, with each of those rooms having 2 beds, and then a third room with 2 beds and a couch. And someone is expected to sleep on this couch. I was saying I would sleep on the couch. They get into the room. This couch is tiny. We're not going to fit on it. Like, basically no one is going to fit on it. And that really already kind of throws a wrench in things, but we're like, whatever. We'll figure that out. I never saw this room, by the way. This is just, like, from Amari and company's point of view, right? So, they go into that room. The couch isn't big enough. They're like, whatever. But then what happens? There's a rat. There's a rat standing in the middle of the room. There's a rat. And that's crazy, Penguins. So they go downstairs and they say, hey, there's a rat in the dead center of this room. Can we get a new one, please? And they give us a new room and it has no couch. So now we really don't have enough beds for everyone. It turns out we actually did have enough beds for everyone, but, like, I really didn't want to sleep with anyone, and Isaac really didn't want to sleep with anyone, because I will, like, I'll be all over people, you know? I'll be all over whoever I'm sleeping in the bed with, and I don't wanna, but I can't help it. And then, I don't remember Isaac's reasoning, but it's probably something to do with the fact that he, like, broke his foot. And so, if anything touches the foot, it's, like, a lot of pain, and he needs it to, like, recover in the proper way, you know? So, they're like, hey, we have no couch. And they're like, we got you. And they roll in, like, an infirmary bed, you know? So, everybody starts calling our room, which is basically the main room for everyone to hang out this trip. Like, it just ended up being that. Everyone's calling... Oh, probably because I have the switch. But they start calling our room the infirmary. Which is, like, you know, a little bit crazy. But I was the patient. I was sleeping on that infirmary bed. And it was not good for my back, man. Other people were like, wow, the beds here are so comfortable. And I was like, dude, I feel every single spring. And I was exaggerating, but it wasn't comfortable, you know? It wasn't comfortable, I'll tell you that much. So, wow, I'm driving past someone who has, like, one of those cute little things on the back of their car. They have, like, an SUV, right? And on the back, they have, like, one of those, like, little trailer things. It's, like, just a truck bed and, like, a little white, what basically looks like a picket fence holding in everything. And in there, they have 2 office chairs and then a pink gaming chair. It's pretty epic. It's pretty epic, that pink gaming chair. It looks like it was really cheap and it's bad, but it's pretty epic nonetheless. Sorry, I was focused on driving for a moment. So, we played Mario Party. That was fun. And then the next thing that happened is we went to Discord. So I guess I'll just talk about that. Also, so, you know, we went and had breakfast at the hotel, I guess, before all this. Before we played Mario Party and before we went to Biscoff. Is that possible? Is that possible? That is before we went to Biscoff? I think it was. So we went to go have breakfast downstairs there's like nothing for me. I could get some potatoes, but they're like bad. They look really bad, and they were really bad apparently. So I had a dry bowl of Frosted Flakes and like a cup of orange juice, and that was just like gonna have to be enough, you know. But basically, Mika, who is on the e-board for the executive board, I should say, for the gaming club. Also, everyone was in the e-board. Like, I don't know what, like, half the people on the e-board literally had no role, but most of the people on the e-board were just like the core group of people that all hung out, you know. I was on the e-board because I ran events, and there were maybe 2 other people like that in this e-board. We did not have the whole e-board with us on this trip, and on the trip we had 11 people. So, you know, it was kind of bloated, the e-board. It's fixed now, but Mika, who was on the e-board, and you know what? I'll say rightfully so. I don't think she really did anything this year, but the previous year she ran like a Halloween event that was really sick. It was like, there was a cage, basically. Like, you could go in and it looked scary in there, and then you would play Five Nights at Freddy's. Not like last year, not my senior year, but my junior year. I think it was junior year. And so, I love Mika, by the way, guys. I'm such an unbelievably huge Mika fan. Like, she's so awesome. I really wish that we met sooner. So, that's really sad, but yeah. But Mika had a friend named Annie, and they met from playing Overwatch online, like, years ago, you know? They were, like, in the same Discord server. Annie works at Discord and is relatively high up. As such, Annie says, you guys can come tour Discord headquarters. And this is what starts off the whole process of us deciding we're going to go to Discord headquarters for this trip. Before that, we were thinking maybe we would go to PAX, which would have been 1,000 times cooler. But I am happy with what we did, just because, you know, it was, like, good to hang out with people. I think, honestly, some of my favorite parts of the trip were just, like, driving. I liked driving and talking with people. I think my favorite parts of the trip were the just driving for a cumulative something like 18 hours and just talking with Fi the whole time. And whenever Niall woke up and we talked with Niall, it was so fun. And whenever Elliot wasn't dying, it was fun. That's not to say that I didn't have fun other times, okay? I had so much fun when I was in the car with Mika and Niall as well. I had a lot of fun in the car when Annie was in the car. I guess I'll get to that later. I had a lot of fun when it was just like hanging out and talking with Morgan, Emma, Amari, Isaac, everybody. Like, it was a really good trip. But yeah, so we're going to Discord headquarters now, and we meet Annie there. And the stipulation for us doing this is that they're going to interview us one by one and talk about our experiences with using Discord and whatnot, right? So we went in, and it's really empty because not everybody works at the San Francisco office. A lot of the people that work at the San Francisco office are remote, and we're also there on one of their less busy days because we went in on Thursday? Is that right? We went in on like a Friday or a Thursday or something, and it wasn't one of their busier days, you know? So, the point is it was really empty for the most part. But it was fun to look at everyone's desks and see all this, like, little, like, niche gaming type of stuff on their desks. If I worked at a, like, big office, I would be so excited shopping for trinkets and things, you know? Like, I would want to have something Haruhi-like. I would want to have something, like, Kaonish-like. I would want to have some Pokemon. I would want to have, like, a Melee thing. You know, it would be so fun to, like, decorate my... Oh, I would want a little Chikawa guy so that people would come up and talk about Chikawa with me. You know, it would be so fun to decorate my little desk and let everyone know. Like, all these people, all my coworkers, come hang out with me. Look at what I like. Look at what I like, you guys. But anyways, that was super fun. And then we're just, like, walking around. They have some kitchens, plural. They had, like, 3, I think, which was crazy. And they had a little, like, art wall, you know, where you could, or where we as a club wrote, like, OxyGG. We drew our logo. The Oxy Gaming logo, and so that was really cool that we've left our mark, I guess. You know, I really didn't think it was cool because it's Discord, and I think I don't know. Too many scary things happen on Discord for me to really be proud of, like, making my mark on there or leaving my mark on there. There's a really interesting Toyota Prius to the left of me. It's like the new one. And its back door handle is like a part of the window almost. Like, you know how in the back of their car, in the back of a car, on the side, there's like one tiny triangle window, you know, that's just like, it feels like kind of pointless. It looks like that window has been, like, largely replaced by what looks like a door handle, and there's no door handle anywhere else. It's really interesting. It's a very sleek looking car. But anyway, so after we're done with the wall, Annie walks us over to this place and is like, okay guys, here are, like, the gaming PCs. And we're like, what? Well, I'm like, what? I guess everybody else knew this. Also, I forgot to tell you about this, but on the drive over, I had such a banger group of people. It was me, Phi. Wait, who was in my car? Oh, I'm feeling confused. I think it was me, Phi, Elliot, and Emma. I know Emma was there because I remember it was really fun that Emma was in the car because I hadn't had that much time with her before that during the trip. So it was really fun. And Vi was, like, practicing for like doing flashcards for her Japanese final, which is, like, brutal, you know. Like, Vi was doing a lot of work during this trip and just had so much stuff that she had to get done. Meanwhile, I'm, like, a big chillin'. I have one test after this. And I was actually really stressed out about it because I was like, man, I have to do well on this last test if I want to make summa cum laude, which is like 3.9. And it wasn't like, oh, I need summa, I need it so much. It was like, okay, now I've made it to where all I have to do is do well on one test, and then I've made it to this cool, like, award thing, you know? It's not like I was super focused on it before. I'm not the type to be like, I need to get the best grade in the class. But, it was cool to be like, oh my gosh, if I just really focus up one more time, then I'll, like, basically graduate top of the class, you know? And so that was sick. It's sick because I did it. It turns out that I actually didn't have to lock in. I probably could have got, like, an F on that test, ended the class with a C, and still made summa. But I didn't know that because I'm dumb. And Kai made fun of me for it later, and that was funny. Kai was like, dude, what are you talking about? Like, you didn't need to get an A. And I was like, oh, what? I didn't? What? And he's like, no, dude, like, blah, blah, blah. So that was really funny. I'm thinking about the spider again. The spider could be literally anywhere now because I've been focused on the road. The spider could be anywhere. Arachnaphobe drive for 30 more minutes challenge. Please, just let me get there, okay? Let me get there without the spider. Oh yeah, so we get dropped off at the gaming PCs. Oh no, this is before that. So my car is awesome, and we're driving, and there's a detour. And so we have to make a right. And we were running behind the other group because when I left the hotel room, I forgot my car keys. So I had to go back to the hotel, which was only like a 2-block walk, and then grab my keys and then drive. So we're like a good 2 minutes behind or something. And I think we passed them because of this detour, because we turned right to get away from the detour, and then you turn left so that you're going the same direction you were before you turned right. And normally you would just turn left immediately and then turn back right to get back on the road. But I gave it one extra block, you know? I gave it one extra block, like, to avoid the traffic around the detour. And that, like, somehow, I don't know what kind of traffic, like, Morgan's car got into with everybody else in there. But, like, they were destroyed by that traffic. Like, we beat them there by, like, a good 5, 6, 7 minutes, you know? We also made a bunch of lights, like, at the very end of the light. So, I think that helped, but, like, it was crazy. Like, my decision to not get right back on because of the traffic was, like, perfect, you know? But, we ended up on the wrong side of the building, so that was funny. I had to drive all the way around. We ended up not being there first. But yeah, so we got put in front of these gaming PCs, and it's like when people are on break, they can come game here. And we were like, what? And these PCs were like fun. They had cool monitors that like shot a little light on the floor. Like, you know how really expensive cars, like a Mercedes, will like shoot a Mercedes logo on the ground when you open it, like in light, and it looks really cool? The PC's monitors did that, so it like shot down the like Asus ROG something logo, you know? And that was pretty cool. The mice were like the Viper V2 Pro wired or whatever, like really light, just like great mice. And they were all wired, but the cords were held up by those Zowie things that like, it's a Zowie made product that like holds the wire in place so that it like doesn't get like caught in front of you or whatever. And the headphones were all, I think they were all HyperX, but I'm not 100% sure. I don't super remember, but I think they were all HyperX headphones. No way. Golf and Stuff's billboard says, "Happy birthday, Joshua." If I go for my birthday, can I make it say "Happy birthday, Batpeg" up there? Is that the craziest idea of ever? Oh my goodness. Guys, I'm gonna have a birthday party there like in July. And whoever is here is invited. We're gonna have a birthday party at Golf and Stuff. And it's gonna be the most fun thing you've ever seen in your life. I really hope we actually do it. It would be so fun. It would be so fun if I drove everybody and then it said "Happy birthday, Batpeg" up at the top. Wait, we have people whose birthdays are near there. What if we just make it like Duper? What if we say "Happy birthday, Duper," you know? I think the problem is that Duper wouldn't want a birthday at Golf and Stuff. But who knows? Maybe, I don't know, we'll see. We'll see when the time gets closer. I probably won't end up doing it either, because it'll probably be expensive, but if it isn't, then, you know. Okay, but, so we sit in front of these PCs, they have nice monitor, I can't tell you that much about it, they have nice mouse, they're light, they're great, I love them, and the headphones I think are a HyperX, and they're like fine, you know, they're good. And I sit down, and we're all like, what game are we gonna play together? And we all kind of like struggle to find enough. We're like, who wants to play Valorant? And we're like, I don't know, like it doesn't end up being like great, you know? So then I'm like, okay, I guess I'll play Valorant, and I boot up, and who do I see on but my beautiful roommate Kai. And I'm like, oh my god! And I message Kai like, Kai, and then I call him on Discord, and I'm like, Kai, get out of your freaking character selection right now. Take that penalty, dodge your game, dodge your queue, you're gonna play Valorant with me right now, I'm at Discord headquarters. And so Kai joins, It was me, Fi, and Kai all played together. And we were playing unrateds, and I wasn't really focusing that much because I was just, like, taking videos of people and stuff. But it was so fun to just, like, have that experience, you know? And I took some fun videos of, like, everybody gaming. I have a video of Fi trying to, like... I have a video of Fi trying to clutch. It was, like, a 1v1 on Icebox, or, like, next to Yellow. And she just, like, panicked and lost. And I was like, dang, imagine if I caught that. Imagine if I caught you friggin' clutching up at Discord headquarters right now. Because it was after I went through a line of people, you know? I, like, went from the left to the right. I went, like, Amari, me, everybody else. I, like, walked past everybody playing Overwatch and stuff. And then I get to Fi, and she's clutching. And, like, can you imagine if she won it? It would have been so sick. But the fact that she lost is, like, almost even better. It's, like, funnier. So, yeah, and then we all got called out, like, one by one for our interviews. And our interviews were basically just, like, Annie mic'd us up and then, like, talked with us about Discord. She had some, like, fun questions about, like, oh, how have you used Discord in XYZ ways? And I talked about some of the cool stuff I've done. I talked about running the gaming club for the SPHS PTA. I didn't bring up that I won the award, which is, like, my favorite story ever. But I guess Maya might not have heard this story, so I'll tell it. But during our, like, senior year of high school, it actually might have been junior, but I think it was during the senior year of high school, the Parent-Teacher Association, the PTA, like, really... Well, actually, I think it's called the PTSA. It's, like, the Parent-Teacher Student Association. But there are no students, like, it's a parent association. So I don't know why they call it the PTSA. But the PTSA wanted to run online events for the students because they were like, the students really need this. It matters so much, you guys. They really need something to help get them through these trying times. You know? So, they were like, does anybody know how to run online video game tournaments? And I was like, yup. There was another guy that tried to do Fortnite. The Fortnite events were all scuffed, man. The Fortnite events all sucked. Nobody wanted to play Fortnite at the school associated event. But Smash is, like, a game that really benefits from having, like, an event like that, you know? If you're just gonna play Fortnite online, you might as well just, like, ask your duo to queue up, right? Like, when I'm saying, Maya, let's play Fortnite, I'm not, like, organizing a big event with a bunch of people. I'm like, Maya, let's queue. Maya, let's hop on, you know? When Dusty's asking Gabe to play games, Dusty's saying, like, what do you think about hopping on the Rift? You know? Dusty's asking to hop on the Rift. Dusty's not organizing a set time with a bunch of people. But with fighting games, it's different. You want to have, like, that big event, you know? It's really fun. So I was running these Smash tournaments, and the PTA was putting up awards. And that was really sick, because I was the best player by a lot. So I would run the tournament, and then I would receive the money. So that was pretty sick, you know? That was pretty awesome. Because I would get like $30 in Nintendo gift cards, you know? After winning like 3 tournaments or something. So I was getting money, I was getting paid. It was like a paid position to, run the events, basically. Which is, like, so funny. But, at the end of the year, they did, like, an award ceremony. And I won the like, most helpful parent award, essentially. Because I like, ran the whole thing for them. Like, I just did it for them. And they're like, do you need anything? And I'm like, nope, I got it. I made the videos, like... I made videos that would go in our online assembly about the SPHS Tiger Takedown Smash tournament. And they would go out to the whole school, and that was pretty embarrassing. But, you know, we got some people to sign up. We had a really good time running these tournaments, and then I got an award at the end of the year for being so helpful. So I thought that was funny. But I told Annie about how I had run the tournaments for the school. I told her about the Peg Cave, but not in that much detail. I did not tell her that, like, the Discord is for my YouTube channel. I just said we all get together on Wednesdays and watch our little show. So, you know. And she was like, have you, like, made any friends on Discord? I was like, no, but it's, like, really nice to have, like, a central space where we can all just kind of talk. And it doesn't feel like a group chat, you know? It feels like a hub where we can all talk and hang out. So I don't feel like there's pressure to reply ever. And it's really nice in that way, you know? Like, if I message a group chat, maybe there's a little bit of pressure for, like, every single person to look at it and see it and say something. But if I message the Arkham City Peg Cave, then, like, the Penguins can reply at their leisure, you know? So I was talking about that a little bit, and then she was like, oh, yeah, like, you said you play Melee. And I was like, yeah, there are no Melee players at my school. It's so sad. She was like, that is crazy, blah, blah, blah. But she was like, yeah, one of my, like, closest friends used to be really good at Melee. His name was Face Roll. And I was like, what? Like, dude! Because my dad plays Sheik, right? And so my dad and I would always actively watch Face Roll because he played Sheik. And we would be like, whoa, this is what, like, pro modern Sheik looks like. Like, this is what it looks like. This is the future of Sheik. Like, blah, 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 you know? And I remember when, well, vaguely, I remember when Face Roll retired. I remember when Face Roll changed his name from Captain Face Roll to just Face Roll. And I kind of remember when he quit playing. So it was just crazy to like talk about that with her. But yeah, so then after my interview, I went back and there was like this little arcade area. They had Dance Dance Revolution. They had a Street Fighter Third Strike cabinet. Third Strike is like one of the coolest fighting games ever, by the way. So, you know, it was really sick. It had and there was a Neo Geo cabinet that just had a bunch of Neo Geo games. So it had like Metal Slug, it had some shoot 'em up game, it had Windjammers, which is frigging awesome. And then they also had a God, what's it called? Is it called Killer Bee? Killer Queen or something? Queen Bee? Killer Majesty? I don't remember, but it's like this super sick 4 versus 4 arcade game. It's just like so sick, and it has like a cult following, you know? But we didn't end up playing it, and I really was more excited that it was there than anything. Like, I didn't really want to play, I just wanted to see it. But at the DDR machine, they were playing this song from Haruhi, and I was like, what? And I walked over and I was like, dude, I love this song. And Mika was like, I love this song too, it's so good. And I was like, have you seen Haruhi? And she was like, yes, it's so awesome, I watched it as a kid. I was like, what? Like what? You know? That's crazy. I love Haruhi, and I've like never spoken about it with almost anyone. So it was just cool to find that out. But then I played Street Fighter Third Strike with first Isaac and then Amari, and it was really fun. I had a lot of fun. There were a couple times where I tried to parry moves, and I like did it successfully, you know? Parrying is really hard in that game. I don't remember what the window is, but it's very small. It's like 2 or 4 frames, I'm not sure. And you have to tap forward to parry. So it's not like if you miss the parry, then you'll do a normal block. A lot of games are kind of like that, you know? Like, like in Guilty Gear, you can do like a IB, or an instant block is what it's called. Wow, that is a loud car. That is a really loud car. But you can do like an instant block if you tap back at like just the right time. But the thing is, if you like tap back and you're a little too early, then it's like fine, because you just block it anyways, you know? So it's like not a big deal. But when you have to tap forward, then you're like risking getting hit hard in the face, you know? Because you hold back to block. Sorry, I don't know if that's like common knowledge. You hold back to block in these games. So when parry is on like timing your move perfectly by pressing back, then if you miss the timing, you just get a normal block. But when parry is on pressing forward instead, sorry, this is like a hectic little entrance to the highway. Okay, when parrying is on pressing forward, then if you miss the timing, it doesn't default to blocking because you're not holding back, you're holding forward. So you get hit. So going for parries is like electric, you know? It feels so fun. It's so sick. Like, it feels so good when you get one because you get a big punish off of it, and it was risky and it is really skill intensive, so it just feels really good. But yeah, so I played a good bit of Third Strike, and then I moved over to the Neo Geo cabinet, and I was like, Amari, have you heard of Windjammers? And Amari was like, no. And so we went and played Windjammers together, and Amari had never heard of it before. Basically, it's this game. It's kind of like air hockey, but you play as like a person and you throw a frisbee, and it's just like the coolest game ever, you know? It's super fast, it's super like momentum swingy, it's so like aggressive and cool and fun, and like you gotta react really fast. It's just like such a sick game. And I showed it to Amari for the first time, and he was like, how have I never heard of this? I was like, you know, the sequel came out like a year ago. And he was like, what? And it's like $4 on Steam or something on sale, and he bought it. So I like fully got him into this game, you know, and showed him how cool it was. So that was just awesome. That was a really good experience for me, because I first of all got to play Windjammers for the first time, and I second of all got to like show off this really awesome game to someone, and that's like one of my favorite things. Is I have this huge wealth of expertise about like niche cool video games, and when I get to share it with people and be like, you would like this game, play it, and then they play it and they're like, this game is awesome, like that is such a wonderful moment for me. It's so fun. So yeah, that was really fun. And then we left. When we left, I find out that like we're all going to Japantown. We're going to Japantown, and we're going to eat dinner there. And then after that, we're going to Annie's house. The reason for this, Annie recently moved back to San Francisco. And so it's like a housewarming party, you know? So that's pretty sick. So, you know, we're invited, and then also a bunch of like her friends are invited. So it is just like it's a cool idea, you know? Like there was going to be alcohol, but it's not like a drinking party. It's like we all hang out and play board games, and people maybe have one drink type of party. You know, so we all went to Japantown. What I didn't realize was that like Annie was driving with us. So Annie gets in my car, and now my car is me, Phi, Elliot, Annie, and Mika. Elliot's in the front seat, and then Phi, Mika, and Annie are in the back. And we're all just kind of talking, we're hanging out. And I had a really good time. But then we go to the parking lot, we park, figure everything out, all is well, and we go like walk around and look in some places before we go eat, because we have a reservation at this, like, udon place, basically. And it said there were vegan options, so we're chilling. There was, like, a vegan udon with, like, a soy meat, you know, which is, like, as good as you can get, really, you know? So I was excited, and all of our food expenses were going to be covered, so that's pretty exciting. Anyway, sorry, I was just thinking about, like, I don't know how I'm getting reimbursed still. I still don't really know how it works. I don't know if the money, like, goes into my student account or what. But yeah, so we went into a bunch of different stores. It was really fun. They had a bunch of cool, like, figures and stuff there. Like, there were multiple K-On! Figures. There were K-On! Figures in 2 different stores. So it's not like one store had 3 figures, but one store had 2 figures and another had 1. And I'm like, what the heck? 3 K-On! Figure across multiple store? Like, what the heck? There was tons of Chikawa. There was tons of, like, it was just a bunch of cool stuff, man. I don't know what to say. There was a bunch of Miku stuff. And so that was really fun. And then we went to Kinokuniya. And I didn't really walk around the manga section, which I wanted to. So that's unfortunate, but I walked around, like, the top area where it was, like, more gifty type things. And I was walking around, and I just happened to be walking the same way as Annie, you know? So we were talking and, like, kind of walking around the store together. And I was talking about, like, oh, yeah, like, I'm trying to find something for my girlfriend kind of passively. But if I'm honest, like, there's just nothing she wants, you know? So it's just, like, it's kind of screwed. It's just kind of screwed. Like, there's nothing I can really do. So, you know, unfortunate is all. But that's that. And, guys, if you hear that little plastic rattle, I literally can't figure out what it is. I actually can't. I have no idea what the plastic rattle is. Okay, well, I'm sorry about that, everybody, but I am not going to be able to fix it if you can hear it. But yeah, we were talking about it. I was like, I'm kind of shopping for my girlfriend, but I can't really, like, she doesn't want anything, so, you know, blah, blah, blah. She was like, yeah, that's real. NT. Good luck. I mean, she didn't say that. She's not, like, a freak gamer. She's, like, cool, but, yeah. So then it's our time to go eat udon. What is this car doing in front of me? Why are they stopping? I'm, like, getting brake checked on the highway. I mean, not actually brake checked. They're not slowing down that fast, but, like, there's nothing in front of them. They're just stopping for no reason. What is this plastic noise? Whatever. Okay, so we go to the udon place. The one that's there is a cold udon, or the one vegan thing that's there is a cold udon, and it has like a tomato miso broth, is what they say. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm excited. In my head, I'm thinking they're just using a little bit of tomato to kind of like bring out the rest of the stuff that's in my udon. No! It's tomato miso, let me tell you. Like, this may as well have not been miso. My udon was so whatever. It was so whatever. Like, actual real life, just disappointing, you know? But it was yummy, I guess. It was just, like, fine. So then we walk around, we go get dessert, we stop in a bunch of fun stores. I'm bonding with Mika. We're, like, talking about a bunch of stuff and being like, oh my gosh, like, blah, blah, blah. I love XYZ, like, that's so fun. Just being silly, being normal, being goofy. And sorry guys, I'm merging. That's why I said normal too. Being normal, like, what am I saying? That's not descriptive of what we did. We're just walking around stores and, like, hanging out. What do I mean being silly, being normal? We're being silly and having fun is all. But now I'm done merging and I can think about things that aren't merging. God, this car has Supreme stickers underneath both of their door handles. Like, come on, man. Let me see what this person looks like. Oh, it's just like a dude. It's just like a dude, I don't know. Whatever, man, I don't get it. But yeah, so we went and we got dessert, and I got a vegan mochi ice cream. It was lychee. And while I'm in line, we find out that, like, dessert is not being reimbursed, so that kind of sucks, but I'd already purchased it. The problem is that it sucked. How is that possible? It's a lychee mochi sorbet. Like, come on, man. Or I guess I should say lychee sorbet mochi. Because it's a piece of mochi with lychee sorbet in there. But the lychee sorbet, bad. The mochi, bad. Like, come on! How do you fumble that? It was nice that they labeled it as vegan, though. That was cool. So yeah. But, you know, I had my dessert. That was fun. And then we go to the house party. And the house party was extremely scuffed. I start talking with this guy who, he's like a big League of Legends player, and I find out that all these people work on, like, a game together, like an indie game, or they're in an indie studio, and so, you know, that's pretty cool, I guess, but I don't know, it was just like a really scuffed night, just because, like, I don't know, man. It's not worth getting into, I guess, but, you know, it just, like, it was already a little hectic, and then we decided to play Secret Hitler, and I'd never played the game before, but it's super fun. I really enjoyed it, and I think I understood it before most of the group did, and I was trying to really get into the meat and potatoes of the game. So we had, like, 3 liberal policies down, and I was like, I can confirm to you guys, this was after some time had passed from my turn. I said, I can confirm to you guys that Mika and I are both liberals, okay? Because I am a liberal, but I received 2 liberal policies and one conservative, oh my god, and 1 fascist policy, right? I got rid of one of the liberal policies to give it to Mika and tell you guys which is which, right? I was going to tell you guys, if Mika voted conservative, then oh my god, I said it again. That's so embarrassing. If Mika put forth the fascist policy, then I was going to hold on to the information and, like, explain to everyone when we were at this stage of the game, but I can confirm to you that Mika is very likely a liberal and not a fascist. And as such, since we're almost there, we really need to make Mika the chancellor. The next person does not make Mika the chancellor. I say this person, because of the way that they acted in the face of the information that I just provided, is obviously a fascist, right? And then the next person does also something stupid, and I'm like, they're also a fascist. And then everybody just kind of, like, starts yelling. Nobody is really engaging with what I have put forth, the info that I have put forth. Then this other dude is like, I'm gonna make, what's your name, sorry? And I'm like, Jack. And he's like, I'm gonna make Jack the chancellor because I feel that you've played very consistently, and because of that, I'm going to trust you. And I was like, thanks. And then we won. It was like a terribly scuffed game. But then everybody starts yelling about, like, what people should and shouldn't have done. And then one person just got, like, really overwhelmed by it all. And they, like, started crying just because they were, like, super, super overwhelmed with so many people yelling at them when they were already feeling so much pressure. And they were like, man, I really, really don't want to be Hitler. And then they got Hitler, and it was just, like, it was a nightmare for them. So that really sucked. And then someone was like, so are we going to play again? And everyone just kind of looks at them and is like, no, dude. And then we kind of split off, and the night was just scuffed. And then we were like, what? We should watch something, haha. Also, the music was too loud the whole time when we were trying to play Secret Hitler. So we're all, like, yelling across the table at each other to, like, communicate. And it was just, like, so hectic. But, you know, we then turned on Flushed Away, the movie, and I was like, God, like, is this really what is happening right now? Like, I thought I was going to have a really fun time while other people were drinking. Because most of the time I just kind of sit there, but this time I'm, like, actually engaging in something, you know? Like, in my early college career, I'm hanging out. What is that rattle? I figured it out. I figured out what the rattle is, you guys. It's a can in my door. It's a can in my door. Yeah! Oh, thank goodness that I figured it out. I was so confused, and I can't reach the can. It's on the passenger side. But thank goodness I figured that out. Wow. But yeah, so usually, like, in my freshman year, I would hang out with people, and I would just kind of be sitting there unless we, like, played Mario Party or something while we drank. Or while they drank and I sat there. So, you know, that was, like, less than ideal, but yeah, I thought I was gonna have a lot of fun this time, and then it just ended up being really scuffed. But then at the end, I, like, noticed that there were some people, like, a core group of people, you know, it's like Annie and friends, not really, like, the people that were a part of my group, but they're all sitting over there, and they're about to play Codenames, and I came over, I'm like, can I play Codenames with you guys? And they're like, yeah. And then we find out that, like, apparently our parking lot that we're in is, like, set to close at, like, some stupid early time. Like 9. And we were like, what? Like, what? So we were like, we gotta leave. We played one super fast game of Codenames, and I had to guess, like, policy or something. And Mika, it was just 2 people a team because we were rushing. And Mika was like, Judge 1. And then she was like, wait, no. I can do a more fun one. Ace Attorney 1. And I was like, what? And so, of course, I picked Phoenix. Because Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, you know? And it was wrong. It was supposed to be policy. She just changed it because it was, like, going to be a fun version of Judge. Which would, like, make me think of law, which would make me think of policy. And so we lost off of that, but it was really fun. And then we drove back. The drive back was, like, fine. It was nice. And I was, like, pretty anxious, and Mika was like, are you doing okay? And I really appreciate... There's a beautiful cat! There's a beautiful cat! Oh my goodness. Hi! He's looking at me. Oh my goodness. There's a beautiful cat. Wow. A beautiful black cat with piercing green eyes. Yeah, so yeah, that's basically what happened. And then we went home, and then we had to, like, help somebody who drank too much. Like, gave him, like, a lecture. It ended up being okay, but it was like, come on. And that was the end of the day. Let me see, because, hold on, I'm gonna park in, like, literally a second. So I'm gonna park right here next to this freaking expensive Corvette. And now I'm gonna check my... Oh my god, the spider is here. Oh my god. Ah! He ran away. He ran back into the crevice. No, dude. Okay, well, I beat the challenge. Let me look at my notes. Okay, disappointment of udon tomato miso, house party, and then the next notes are from the next day. Okay, everybody, comment below, what is your favorite board game? I completed the challenge. Any of these guys is going to be the end of this episode. Like, subscribe, do all the great stuff, and just goodbye.